Hello and welcome back. Right, we have got to wait for this to go out, so we shall, in the true vein of the one universe that you can speed up, which I'm going to take that on. Supposed to finish quite quickly. Aha, yielding to sun quite soon, it says. Supposed to be 9 o'clock, but we shall see. Aha, 20 past 10 in the morning. I think we're going to do this ourselves, if I'm honest. Right, yes. Which I've done quite a lot of this, really, just little old us. Now, did I check the store? I did, yes. I remember that very, very well. Now, this is only to get our precision farming score up, and for no other reason, because there is not a single stitch of weeds on the field. So yes, precision farming is taking note of what we're doing. Hopefully we'll have enough, although I suppose it doesn't really matter. Well, I'm quite sure precision farming will take note of this fact. Yeah, I am going to time lapse it there because it is rather a large field, as I found out quite a bit throughout this entire Let's Play. As not that we've only been just started, but it is true. It's has certainly shown it's a very large field. It has, yeah. So it's I'm thoroughly enjoying the fact. I'm not hoping that. Obviously, we'll do a fantastically large harvest because we are relying on our own stuff. Not sure what to do because we all know productions are the way to go. Might go for, before we do the BGA start, to actually earn enough money to go for the BGA is. I'd like to look at the Shabo one, the Calmlands edit. So again, we would need more money to do that. So we've still got all of our silage ready and waiting for us to actually use. I'm thinking of going for the Lortz original, that one. I can't think of its name. The multi-production one, I think it is called something similar to that. And I did miss a little still on the left-hand side of coming up, as you can see. Actually, that well, some of that's just the map, but other bit is a bit of missing seeding. So, yeah, I could have done it as well had I realised. But yes, it is what it is. Yeah, this is definitely bigger than a No Man's Land. Well, to me, it seems bigger than a No Man's Land square. So, yeah, it is. It's very large, and I'm not complaining at that. It's just it's a little large for a field. Perhaps it was supposed to be split a little, but typical old me. Yeah, that bit on the left, you can see. I should have really sowed that as well. It didn't happen. And I do think it is on our side of the line as well. The only bit that's actually slightly over the line is a little bit at the top end near the rock, but actually further up. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen about that, whether it's not going to let us harvest. It might well moan about it and not let us harvest. We'll get the rest of that equipment over here once we start to use it in this coming session, this very session actually. Yeah, I'm hoping to get the harvest underway. Just wanted to get this job done well until we run out. I suppose we could afford. No, we'll do this just to get the precision farming up. Hopefully, yeah, it will have an impact. Let's just say that, because we're wasting it as it is. Yes, I could actually, going forwards, now I know that there is a reasonable herbicide and fertiliser. I could actually use the liquid fertiliser, a sprayer, instead of. Thing is, you do that, but you still need to lime things if you go on precision farming. But yeah, I suppose you could go Yeah, all. Yeah, it is true. You still got to buy a limer, but you could sort of buy a cheap limer, I suppose. But what I mean is, if you're going to buy a limer, then you can pretty much use one of those as the fertilizer spreader as well. And let's be honest, liquid fertilizer is dearer, so. Right, aha, I can see the wheel marks, so we can. Yeah, we're definitely not going to finish this though, are we? We've done one round. Right, it was just past the house, no, not the house, the farm production. Yes, I've got to get used to calling it as it is. Right, so we should start to pull out about now, and let's be guided by the length of the boom. I should say about there. Ish. Yeah, this is always the hardest bit. I can't actually see the wheel marks, which is rather annoying. Yes, because I do so rely on them. Really, it's the only thing you can really see, especially with the spraying. Yeah, anyway, yes, let's time-lapse this, because it is going to take until we run out of herbicide. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, that's us done. That, yeah, it didn't quite finish. I didn't think it would finish the whole field. It is big. It is. I thought we'd just come and grab this though. And did we have? We did have something on the back. We had the full size. And we've got to be careful here. We're going to go round this rock. We'll drop these two off and we'll run this around to grab the trailer, I think, and I think we'll take them both. We'll grab the other one to bring the header trailer, because I don't think we need a header trailer now. I think we're quite happy with where it is. So let's just drop the tools until we can afford a shed. And yes, I know we've got some money, but affording a shed is a little bit out of our... Yeah, we've got to be very, very careful with the money that we've got. As I said, yes, probably the multi-fruits product. Let's have a look. Let me look. Yeah, I don't know why I can't remember. I usually remember that. It's my go-to. Usually one of the very first all-in-one production. I knew it didn't sound right. Now remember, don't go too close to the sails. Oh, yes. I have a healthy respect for those. I think it was the Canadian Bloomfields where it got me, or at least that one. I think it's got me more times than that, but that definitely got me. I'd like to put the rear hitch on this. Yeah, that's the one that was supposed to go on all things. Actually, it would be my first time that I've used that. And I will get my Star Wars names on this as well. Right, let's go grab everything that's remaining. We'll leave the harvester there because obviously we're going to set them going. Although, do we bring it around this side? Mind you, Coursebase starts it wherever it wants to start it, truthfully. So I'm not bothered if it starts over this side. Yeah, I missed a little bit there as well when I was seeding. Or, yeah, that's not on our land and it wouldn't let us seed, but yeah, I'm not sure. Right, swivel axle, my favourite. Still, they do have a place. Right. I do like those narrows. They are really not terribly narrow. Oh, there's quite a lot of stuff to take, actually. Yes, we'll have to come back for some of these bits and bobs. We can sort of use that sneaky 3-point link jobby on this. Yeah, and we could actually grab, yeah, that as well, I think. And then next time we can grab the other one, I reckon. Yeah, I know that's a bit sneaky, but it has got a 3-point hitch on it, so... Right, we'll grab the header trailer. And, oh, we have a second tractor. We could put the seeder on the front of that, I think. Waste not, want not, as the old saying goes. I know I could put the front, right, which side? Oh, it is this side, actually. And be careful. Yep. The front lift of it would look weird, so we'll grab it another time. No, I'm quite pleased with that. Is just the fuel to take. So right, let's get that following. And no, it didn't follow. Aha. Right, let's get these over the other side. Even though in a way, technically, it doesn't really matter where this is. Well, oh, that reminds me, must do self-unload on the harvester, because these harvesters are very good at self-unload. Yes, although this is a big field, that often defeats self-unload when the field's this large. So I'm not going to hold my breath. Not sure what size this is. I still can't believe how little seeds we've got left. That was quite phenomenal. Right, oh yes, you would do that because I did, yes, I did actually do that. Right, we'll stick that. Yeah, we may well make use of this field as well. Yeah, it's just at the minute I'm concentrating on what we've got. Right, let's stick that there. Ooh, that must be the... Stick that there. And that just in front of the sails, so it doesn't actually upset the sails. Yes, it's some interesting rises and falls of the land here, definitely. Right, we have sprayed our fields. Did that affect precision farming? I don't know if it affects it instantly. Seemingly not. So it may be that you have to rest, or it may be that it insists that you do it all. I'm not sure. 8 o'clock starts. Yes, I've done another Riverside episode today. It's getting very close now to, yeah, the final episode. Oh, now that does look exactly right. Right, let's grab the harvester then. Let's, in fact, yeah, I shall see you shortly. I'm going to set the course off camera, so I'm going to see you in a minute. Right, that is the harvester set going. It's got self-unload on it. You say usually it's a good one, so we shall stick this just down the side of the thing. We also can get backs for that. I will be using that to its maximum, so yes, we shall be getting other backs for it. No point in having that if you're not going to use it properly. Now, also going to stick the all-in-one production by the lot. While we've got this amount of money, that will be our first production. And yeah, I'm trying to stick along the field edge really as my thing, and I'd like in between those two buildings to be the entrance of the farmyard. So right, all in one by the lot. It should still be on actually, I was going to say, because we did. Now then, we need to, let's stick this on this side, I think, just past that. Well, I want to put a shed in between there. Now that, yeah, that is quite severe where the grate is. It really is. Right, I've got to try and imagine a shed in between. I'd like one of those nice long ones. Now we need to check. Yeah, that is going to be a massive, but it is what it is. It's not costing us too much. And yeah, you do sometimes have that on the other side, so let's leave it a little bit of room. Yeah, we may actually put the shed this side. Right, yeah, that is going to... Ooh, wow. Now that was far more worse than I anticipated. That was really bad. That is because of the header trailer. Yes, we are going to need a baler as well. Or, I'm thinking of going the way that I was on about. Getting another windrower, or maybe leasing it this time to see how effective. Let's grab that header trailer out and try and... I hate this because you're spending money on things like... yeah, and also that probably the other, yeah, the cedar. That's the other thing I think, which is probably also in the way, which is why it did that horrible bobble. Yeah, whereas it's flat as a pancake up that end. No, I did say on this one, we're going to class whatever happens as whatever happens. Yeah, so if like we get things like this happen, it is what it is. That's what I'm trying to go on with this particular Let's Play. Right. So we're going to call it the vagaries of life have left us something to sort out. Let's see if we can... Do we use smoothing? Smoothing is cheaper. It really is. Soften. Oh, I'm not so sure. I think we need to level. Ah. Which it's... Oh, it is? No, it is. Oh. Right, now we'll soften. Whew. Right, just so as we can get up there without it being too nasty. Let's have a look this side. Yeah, that field, that is not nice. Not nice at all. Ah, for some reason it won't let me do anything like that. Let's go and have a look. It's not going to be perfect, I know, but it's more about making it not too... Yeah, it's passable. That's about all I can say. That edge is nasty. Right. Yeah, I think we're going to have to follow the worker there on the... Oh, wow, they've made it all the way around there at 60%. I don't know. Do we set the windrow or do we leave it as a 6-metre windrow? I also think, yeah, I would settle for, I was thinking about this, yeah, that is what's on sale today. Not that we can afford any of it. Yeah, I'm thinking of the, the 4.7. I was thinking about the 20 grand windrower I said that I'd never had. Now, obviously, that's really, really tiny. That's 3.4, but there is the 4.7 one with that on. The pusher board, where it insists... Yeah, I've gone past it. Is that one, isn't it? Yes, that one there for 8,100. Not sure that I've ever had that one. Oh, no, it is that one. It is definitely that one. I think we'll have to lease it with the thing to see if it works. And lease, yes. And whilst that is, trundling along nicely, we will go and grab that. And well, let's put this on the headland so that it does assist the harvester, which is now coming around. So it should be scanning this to see if there is anything on. Let's move that a bit down. Yeah, it should be. Scanning this now to see if there is a thing on the headland, and is reasonably close. This time at least. Yeah, so we have sort of got a silo in so much as, we've got that will go, we can stick the things in that. Yeah, for what? Obviously for the oats. I'm thinking of bread. I think you can make oats. I know it's, oat bread. No, you can have oat cakes, actually, thinking about it. They're a really lovely, very nice thing. Yeah, now these, it's advisable to leave those in, Shava said, on the read through the change log, because it does affect the workers travelling on the map if you did anything. Whoa, sorry, God, no, that really was totally my fault. That is a very unusual object. Yeah, I didn't notice it the other day, and I thought I've got to have a look what that is. But it's, you can see. If we like this and it does what we want it to do, we will actually purchase this from the menu. But I'm trying to be cautious because leasing is the only thing that I've allowed. Aha, brilliant. Now that is, so we need this on the right hand side. And they insist we unfold. And it is to the right, so, and it looks like we haven't got a choice. So, right, okay. And I think we can travel across the map like this because we're going straight down there. Yes, and I did look this time. Right, we'll let that do. Yeah, I think that's... Now we also need to be setting this, which we can do now. Although no, I think now's a bit previous, but we can create the course ready for this. That one I am going to say. Yeah, let's not get in the way either. Let's set the course on this one. So 4.7 meters. But we want to set it at far less than that. Yeah, we do, because we're trying to do something special. Right, so I'm thinking about 3 meters. It's going to overlap the proper thing, basically, the proper... Well, I'm hoping that's correct. It's going to mean an awful lot of work for it to do. Is that going to work? Yes, because it's going to... We should see. This is the whole point, really, of this. So we're going to put that as a 3 metre. And I'm going to put tiny windrower. Experiment, I think we're going to call it. Windrower. That way we can delete it if it doesn't work. Right. Aha. Still cracking on. I think we're going to go into a time lapse because I get the impression that this is going to take rather a while. We shall shove that straight in the productions, the all-in-one by the law, and we shall set that going. In fact, we'll do that before we go in the time lapse. Yeah, let's set the production up now that we have that. Which is mean we couldn't afford. Well, we couldn't. I don't think. Yeah, I'd like to do the Shaba Calmlands edit of the BGA, if I'm honest. Even though that means saving up an awful lot. So you can do wheat flour, barley flour, and oat flour. So that's what we're going to do, and then we are going to make bread with said flour. And we're going to sell bread, or are we? Are we going to sell bread? Right, we need to set the flour to... It's weird with this, because obviously you know it's inside, but it's still the same rules. So we need to distribute that, and I can see the harvester in the background. Distribute that, and we're going to have a look at this. Yeah, how... What does the bread sell for? Now, that won't tell us, because we haven't got any. Oh, wow. That's a good price at the animal feeding. That we would earn that. So that proves that that is not bad. Max price 439 in January. Right, so we need to be checking for bread, I do believe. Yeah, they're very little. Yeah, so the cooperative is the best place. Fantastic. So we can sell, yeah, we can sell bread we will use our minions. We shall. We're not going to be silly. So we need to go to the production because there's very little fluctuation. If I do go on that rule, if you... Right, so we're going to go selling for our bread. Right, fantastic. So that's that all set, and that is, yeah, obviously, actually, because everything's there, isn't it? So, yeah. Right. Do we set that going now? Because that's going to take a while. One more round. The third headland is what I'm thinking. Also got to make sure that the windrowers... Yeah, because obviously the harvester's going to do ups and downs. I've only done 3 headlands, so yeah. Right, we need to be grabbing that and sticking that in there. But we'll leave it here because Courseplay knows it's here now. Yeah, wow. That is brilliant. I can't wait. Now then, that obviously it is as it is as well. The all-in-one is, it's, yeah, got its basic things. The beauty of the all-in-one though is it was 25,000 to buy, so to actually increase it with the upgrading mod, obviously, although money is very tight, so yeah, we really have got to be careful. Anyway, I did say we would be going into a time lapse, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, smashing. Job's a good one. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I've always wanted to have a play around with windrowers to see if you could do a better way. I think you could do it with almost all windrows, but obviously most of them gather to the middle. So you do really want one that pushes, like the Merge Max, but the bigger the better. So actually, that big, the Krone might actually do it. The one that I've never liked. It'd be difficult to get a worker to do it, but not impossible. I was trying to think of methods where you could set it to miss a row and things like that. But you'd have to also set the width correct to catch the windrow, so it'd be quite tricky to do. But if you did it, once you'd got you based upon whatever header you were using, it would actually work quite well. But yes, it's yeah, I think there's further lessons to be had with windrowers. I definitely think so. I've always thought so, but yeah, I would like to have a go. I really would. I'm not sure about this particular windrow though. I think it's really is not. I don't mean too small, but yeah, I think something like the Merge Max may be something to have a fiddle around with. Or maybe the Krone, because I think the Merge Max is double that, so yeah. Right, well, I don't think I did too bad. I gathered almost all of them, like 2 or 3 into one. It did take a lot of work, but then we were only following the harvester, and I was taking that. When you consider we were all on the field together, I used my time to try to increase, to do the best that I possibly could. We did do very well, I've got to be honest. It is a big field, as I said. When I used to be on No Man's Land, bearing in mind that canola's not perhaps the very best, we used to get 60 to 70 odd tons of canola from that field. So let's check what we got oats wise. There's not much in it, I don't think, between oats and canola. I don't think, although I would need to check that out to be definitely 100% sure. I mean, obviously the straw makes oats an asset. It's a goodly amount of straw as well, but yeah, it was 60 something tons earlier, and that was, yeah, that was before. I'm not sure if it was before the last one. We'll let that tip in and then we'll have a good look. It has been a monster session, I've got to be honest, but I knew it would be. And as I keep saying, I like to do a job like this. Like if we've got a field to do, I don't really like to leave that like half done, and that needs sorting as well. The drop, it does, but again, it's order of importance really. Right. Oh, so then we've got a ton of flour, so that would have been 94, nearly 95 tons of oats off this field. Yeah, we're gonna have to like soften these edges and things like that. But yes, and then obviously I do think I'm right. I would like to try using the I do also think I'm right about buying some backs, but I'm loath. Yeah, it's one of those things where you're treading on eggshells, because if you make the wrong move, because this is a survival challenge, you've got to get everything in Farm Simulator. It's even on a normal Let's Play, you've got to get the orders. But when you make a mistake on something like this, we've got seeds to buy and fertilizer and all that type of thing to turn this around. And that reminds me, what can we? I think we'll be doing something like wheat, or yeah, we want to make. Although, well, we've got a standard header. So if we planted wheat or barley I like because it's early. Yes, that would be a goer. We could do a very quick turnaround, but then again, oats is just the same again, isn't it, if you think about it? But we can't put oats in the field again. Soybean again, and then we could literally go through a lot of the crops really. And by that time, hopefully, we'll be able to afford a plant, so we could do a sorghum crop. I say we've got the additional straw mod, and they do all produce straw, but obviously the amounts. The wheat one would be fantastic because you produce a proper. I suppose, yeah, we could do a quick turnaround this particular time. I suppose remind myself. So it would be next month we would. So that would mean we really have got to get this off. So again, we are going to make the most of leasing. It's the one kindness I am going to show myself. I know, again, some content creators do allow and some don't. So I would imagine we're going to get quite a lot of straw off this, looking at these windrows. Yeah, I think with the right kind of windrower, as long as it was a pusher type, but the bigger the better, because obviously the whole idea of this is, I mean, it gets to a certain stage when obviously the windrow, I was thinking about this myself, I was thinking you're going to have to, I imagined to begin with that I would keep pushing that windrow until it went in the middle of the field, and then I thought, not so much if you try to play realistically, because that would get so big that the equipment would get snarled up, maybe even snap. So you've got to get the windrow to a big enough size. Yeah, there is a bit of clean-up really, but as I always say, for the few litres that you do get, I'm not sure it's worth the fuel. It really is probably about 3 litres or something silly like that. Yeah, there wasn't much we missed. I don't know how we. Oh no, this must be a corner swish. There probably should be some other ones, but yeah, not an awful lot. So yeah, that emptied. We've done that. The windrower. We are going to give the shopper ring off camera. I will make sure that they come and pick that up. I'm not going to buy it. No, it was a good experiment. It really was. But I think we'd probably go another way. So I'm well chuffed with this. Do we go? No, we don't go through till tomorrow because we are going to need to get this off. What are we going to do about? Yeah, it is true. We have got that one. Do we lease? I think we lease a belt system. Yeah, I do. I'm thinking the AGI pack, the one that picks up off the floor. That's an S710 and one of those in one. That is such a fantastic bit of kit. This one here, the SDX 1051. Thanks to Kevin's nod. It is fantastic. There is another one that I did load, but it didn't work last time I tried it, and obviously it's very cheap but also not very tall. Yeah, I do want to do the drive over conveyor at some point as well. Looking forward to having a go of that. And of course there are these yeah, I suppose there is that. The only thing that is with those is the fact that you've got to power it up by a tractor, whereas this one, and well, especially this one, I know this for a fact because we tried it on Purbeck. You literally can drive with that and it will, so you can leave. Obviously again, the bigger one of these you've got, the better. Is this got the possibility of being expanded? I don't think it has. But there are some very reasonable backs for the particular lorry that we've actually got. Let's just try this. I don't think we can, and I think if the backs for that on the hook lift are exceptionally reasonable. I think I can get a 48 tonner for 5,000 or 6,000. You just can't do that for anything else. But we'll have a look. Yeah, being as we've got this already. But I suspect that we'll probably get a hitch. Customize. Yeah, it is exactly what it is. It's 18.5 meters. I thought so with it saying that's what it was on there. Yeah, we can. If we go to trailers, I think it is in trailers. Yeah, I'm very thinking I'll get the one from. I think it's the Rawley Christie set, not the real IT runner, because they're a little bit dearer. For the 45 tonner from that is 10,000, but for the same thing in the Rawley Christie pack, it is much less. The same as the liquid tanker on that set. Not so chuffed with. Yeah, I don't like that as much. It's always been heavy. But this 5,000 for the extra large is amazing. So, and then of course you've got the liquid tank, 30,000 litres for 3.5. So yes, again, we will probably be going with that as well. That's the one thing I do love about the and that one's special in so much as it'll automatically empty, which I thought was a mistake, but I think it was done on purpose. So I think we'll buy that. I don't think we can beat the value of that for sticking. It's not so good for. It'll be all right for sticking straw in, but it's not good for using with a forage. We're going to use the special colouring, and we're going to use. We will do this because it's going to help us. Chrome, and we appear so far to have done a lot of gold, and being as it's going to be that particular thing, I think we will. We'll do the design colour as well. We will go different, I think. I think we're going to go like that. Yeah, you can't really see it, but I think so. I do love this. I know it's a little bit cheating away, but you know, the colours, the fact that you're getting the colours for nothing, I can't fiddle around with the game mechanics, and I do like the colours. Right, fantastic, excellent. So we will go and pick that up next time, and we will ask the shop to grab that. And are we going to lease the AGI pack this time, or do we buy the? No, we've had that a lot. I really would like to try and master this. Using the belt system. So we're going to need to take both. Belts system. We will lease that, as we have just said. The screw. I was going to just say about the screw conveyor, but I don't know if that would do the same as the AGI. But do I? I'll think about it. I will. I do like to give mods a chance. I'm not sure if it would. It didn't work off the ground pickup. We could have a go, but if it doesn't work, then obviously I think we ought to get the money back. Not for any other reason that obviously I wouldn't do it, but yeah, it's anyway. Yes, I'm waffling some tide, so I'm going to say I really do hope you stick with me on this journey, however long it's going to be. Yeah, I'm obviously waiting for comments to see what you all think about this. I am quite excited about it. I am actually quite into it. I never really got into Calmlands before. Always had a few false starts, so this is good old-fashioned farming. And yeah, we're producing obviously the cycles. Let's have a quick look before we go on the cycles. I'm just trying to remind myself. I don't think it's terrible, but it's not its strength. It makes flour very quickly. That much I do know. 100. Yeah, it's about. Is that 20 tons? More than 20 tons per day on the basic cycles. The bread is far less, if I remember rightly. Yeah, 48. So 10 tens. I think it's 2,500, 2.5 tons of bread a day. I think it's something like that. Obviously, it also halves the amount of flour you've got. So again, yeah. I'm not sure how effective it is in comparison to selling oats themselves. Yeah, I ought to literally try once, because the Otis business on Purbeck really did make me think about is it sometimes profitable to use multiple inputs and to sell it for a reasonable amount when you could sell for 3 inputs and actually earn more than but I'd like to try it out. I would like to see if the Otis business is as poor as I think it is, or whether actually it's just my imagination and I'm totally wrong. Yeah, and that green beam of light, I should have switched it off. Anyway, yes, I'm going to say goodbye for now.